Get ready, because you're listening to two nobodies talk about nothing on the number one podcast in their hearts, The JT and Drew Show.
Ooh, I'm loving that. Tell you what, you gotta save the turtles, man.
Yeah, baby.
I'm quick, you weak. Consider yourself fired. Thanks for nothing.
We are late on this topic, bud. We are late to the game. How the heck are you?
I'm just peachy, thank you for asking. I thought you never would.
Try not to.
Yeah, I'd say I'm used to it, but you already know I'm going to say that because that's what I say every time because I am used to it. But anyway.
But how does that make you feel? No one cares how that makes you feel. You can't see me.
For those that can't
you,
see,
bud.
I'm ugly crying. Wow, I missed you too.
It's not been a while. Obviously, we had a show last week. But it feels like it's been a while.
It does. It always does. Especially trying to keep up with everything that's going on around us.
You are not
It's
kidding.
just bing, bang, boom.
And 3 minutes later, ba-bam.
Ba-bam. Bam,
You
bam.
know?
Ba-bam.
I am holding a Texas chert or flint rock.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever go to a state park or national park, please do not take anything from that park. You want to keep the beauty there.
Right.
So saying that, I found this rock at this park, man. We were at
Take
not a
the
state
memories.
park, but what'd you say?
So you just want to take the memories.
No. This was at a regular park.
Mm.
Yeah. So brought it home and cut it in half. Or not really. Kind of cut it in like an eighth. And it's a really good little multi-tool knife. It's pretty sharp. And it sparks. Unlike Grandma,
Ooh.
where she no sparks, skid marks.
Skid marks, no sparks.
That's right. That's what I was trying to say. And this one sparks. And also does skid marks.
Wow, okay.
I know.
Okay,
So-
all right.
We're coming up in the world. I am going to do my best to stay on topic. I am a little wired this evening.
Ooh, we're a little wired, huh?
Yeah.
What's got you frazzled?
Nothing.
Talking to AFPC? Pfft, yeah, me too.
No, sir. If you look at the room, I got a little wired.
A little wired.
But yeah, speaking of AFPC, holy mackerel. That is, in any news,
Yeah.
that's for another topic for another
Yes.
show. I am not getting into that one tonight. That's
Yeah.
all you, bud.
Oh, yeah. So what do you got for us tonight?
I got nothing. What do you got? Oh, I'm just kidding. Hey, in the beginning of the show, I had said that we were late. Late. For a very important date.
Today.
Have you heard, and I know a lot of our listeners have you heard about the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump's life?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the entire planet, including those not so Amazonians that we spoke about a few episodes back, have heard about that.
Yeah, I bet they heard it on their social media, TikTok, whatever they're getting into these days. It's
Yes.
not the JT and True Show, which we need to focus more onto the Amazon. When are you going on the expedition?
I've got to check my Starlink. and
Gotcha.
and I'll get back to you to let you know.
Okay, yeah. I know the guest is not the guest, but the audience are really looking forward to you leaving the show. I mean, getting on characters.
Yeah, I'm gonna get boots on ground, talk to Chief Sharkbait Brouhaha, and see what we can't do. See if we can collab, as the kids would say. Respect the drip. Riz Ice. Ooh, you don't even know? No cap?
That's true. I don't know, and I have no cap.
I have a cap on my water bottle.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I just have a regular.
I'm afraid to go no cap because what if it spills, Like, ooh, big mess.
Yeah, I know.
No cap, big mess. Ooh.
Hey, it's the story of my last 20 minutes.
And your underwear.
That's what
Big
I meant.
mess. Ugh.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think the whole planet has heard about this assassination attempt on President Trump, and we know the name of the individual. Obviously, the name's been blasted out there. And that name would be that's Crook.
President
Crook.
Trump.
No, the shooter.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. But it was just 20...
Normally, we don't grace
20
the
years
name.
old.
Yeah, it was just he's just a kid.
Yeah. I don't know if
Well,
he
that's what they
identified
said
as a
about-
he or a she or a they or a them or who knows what.
Yeah, there's a lot of information coming out about this, and you look at all the information that's come out, what's true, what's not. What does he really look like? He had long hair.
Well,
There's pictures coming out that showed him with like a choker.
yeah. What gets me is obviously not every single one, but lots of the previous mass shooters and domestic terrorists, almost up to the point where it was like, oh, they just took their last breath. Oh, we know everything about them, and here's their manifesto, and we have all their social media sites, and oh, we've already been to their apartment and found out that they've been planning this for days. Or
Yeah.
with this particular case, as high profile as it is, information is coming out at a trickle.
For this individual, yeah.
It's like, oh, well, maybe he doesn't have social media. Really? Really? Mom and Dad reported him missing the day of? Really? Yeah, we've talked about this, you and I, at length before, and it's just exhausting how many things on the face value are just not adding up.
Yeah, a lot of it isn't adding up. And it started off with Crooks was a Republican. And then you're like, oh, okay, interesting. That's really interesting why a Republican would shoot Donald Trump. But then more information was coming out saying, actually, he gave money over to a company that only goes for Democrats. And you're like, okay, well, maybe he was lazy and didn't really. So we're looking at a lot of this information that's coming out saying that this individual was supposedly a registered Republican. And then a couple of days or something later coming out saying, oh, well, he gave to a full or a Democratic company. And it's been very teeter-totty when it comes to, oh, well, is he left or is he right or is this? And you don't really know where to pinpoint it, but the thing that you should take away from it is this individual wasn't right in the head. And with not having any kind of social media or life online, he got missed in that realm or role of not having or being mentally unstable.
Yeah, I'm looking at an article here that talks about, it says that the FBI verified that he was a registered Republican who had previously donated $15 to a Democratic organization via Act Blue. What strikes me about this is this man attempted to assassinate the former president of the United States, and we're focusing on, well, what's his party affiliation? Really? Like, how about the fact that when they searched his car, they found however much explosives in the trunk? How about the fact that he was there to assassinate the president? How about the fact, I mean, there are many things. Why are we, oh, dang, this happened? That's terrible. Which party was he affiliated with?
Because it's the narrative of continuing to divide the country, right?
Yeah, yep.
So, I mean, like I said just a moment ago, because he didn't have a social media footprint, he was missed.
Did he, though, and they've covered it up?
It's potential. It's a potential.
I mean, what 20-year-old, 20 years old, isn't on social media in some form or fashion?
I think there's still maybe a handful left that may not have social media. Could be their belief systems growing up, and you know, you don't know. Maybe their parents didn't agree with social media because they only saw the evil in it. You know, there's people out there that don't like that.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
So that's concerning. What was really sad, though, and this is what you and I talked about outside of the show, was seeing all of the individuals that were coming out saying, oh, they finally got somebody to kill him and they missed, or if he would have just aimed to the right just a little bit, we wouldn't have a problem anymore.
Yeah, and in the memes they had like Hillary Clinton on the telephone. What do you mean they missed?
Yeah. People just crying and screaming, and that's ridiculous.
It is. It doesn't matter who is standing at that podium, whether it was Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Al Gore, Bill Clinton. It doesn't matter. Any of these former presidents. It should not be okay to any sane person that, oh, someone's trying to assassinate them.
Yeah.
Again, we've talked about this several times where it's okay to agree to disagree.
But it's
we can
not
have
anymore.
Different opinions.
No, you can't.
Well, yeah, you're right. You can't, because if you do, you better keep that to your damn self, or we're going to try to take you out.
Yeah, or we're going to freeze up your bank accounts. We're going to make you get vaccinated, or you're not going to have a job, or, you know, like there's people out here that are saying these things, and you can't have freedom, or if not just freedom, but, you know, like a glimpse of freedom, because, you know, we're all not free if you want to get down to it.
Yep. It's just it's gross. I don't think anybody should have that point of view. You know, that, oh, this is okay because I don't like the person, or I don't agree with them, or I don't align with them, or I think they drove my country into a terrible mess. I mean, if, for example, I thought that of Joe Biden and something like that happened, I would not be applauding the assassination attempt.
Right.
I would still disagree with certain policies or whatnot, but I would be like, oh, crap, yeah, no, this is not okay. We need to get that guy.
Right.
You know, why wasn't the president protected? Blah, blah, blah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the... I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with Joe Biden with. There's a lot of policies that he's put into place that I personally think that has ruined this country. Mm-hmm. Those are my opinions, but I do not wish an assassination attempt on his life, or Kamala Harris, or Hillary Clinton, or any one of them.
Right.
Not like that. I think you need to go through the legal process of putting those people away, not being the judge, jury, and executioner all in one.
Right.
And it's funny because there was back in the Civil War, the original Civil War, right? The only one we've had so far.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, the only one we'll ever have. But even when President Lincoln got shot and killed, the Democratic parties in the South mourned for a couple of days because that's not what they wanted. That's what the extremists wanted, right? The Democratic extremists.
Right.
But that's not what the South in general wanted. So there's difference in people. We can have different opinions on things, but you don't need to go to the extreme.
Right. I mean, there used to be a thing,
Called
like
RESPECT.
yeah, that too. But like the gentlemanliness. You look at back to the American Revolution. You look at the Boston Tea Party, all this stuff, where you had in that time. And, well, shoot, even parts of the Civil War. And part of it was, the weapons obviously weren't as technologically advanced as they are today, and you couldn't hit somebody from miles away. But it was, okay, we're going to march, they're going to march, we're going to stand off, and, may the best man win kind of thing. And that's that.
Yeah.
Today, it's just so cutthroat and, well, you don't like me, you're racist. I heard something the other day on a podcast I was listening to, and I don't recall it word for word, but they were talking about Kamala Harris, and if she were to run for president, that basically if you were to speak out against her in any way, shape, or form, you're racist.
What?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have an opposing opinion or an opinion in general.
Because she is a woman of color. So
What's that got to do with
automatically
anything?
you don't agree, you're racist.
Why?
Because you don't agree.
Yeah, but you got to.
You're not allowed to
more than just
disagree.
that.
You're not allowed to disagree.
No, you got to give me more than that.
Well, that's just how it is. You're white.
Well, that's
you don't
what they
understand.
were trying to do with Joe in the beginning. Oh, you don't believe you don't agree with Joe Biden? You're racist. He's for black people.
You don't vote for me, you ain't black. What? The white man's bad, but you're white. But you want me to trust you? Like you're the only white man that I can trust? Get out of here.
Yeah, I've already got that role in your life.
That's what I'm saying. I've already got one. Don't need two. My eyes are big, but they're not bigger than my stomach. That sucker's big.
I thought you were talking about me. My stomach. Duh.
Damn! Oh, sorry, that was loud.
I was loud on your end, not on my end.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So it's been an eventful time in politics right now, huh?
I mean, it's what? It's 2-3 weeks this has been going on?
Yeah.
No, it couldn't even been that long.
1, 2. Yeah.
About
Well,
2.
okay. For the attempted assassination, we're looking at what, 1, 2. Yeah, going on 3 weeks.
Really?
I believe so. I mean, 10 years of my education was public school, so don't take my word
So just roundabout?
with a grain of salt. Yeah, plus or minus a few, on either end of the decimal.
Oh,
But yeah, man. And then we've always, well, I say we've always, there's been for some time now a struggle with people talking about whether it's Biden or Trump, but their age, right? They're older, they're getting up there. Are they really fit to do the job? Trump has mentioned that, he took cognitive tests and they said he was good to go. They've asked Biden to do it. Biden wouldn't do it. He doesn't need a cognitive test. He gets tested like 2 or 3 times a week and he's good. And, he'd take old Pony Boy out behind the bleachers if this were high school and beat him up. So we know old Joey's good. But here lately, we haven't seen much of him.
No, we sure have not.
And this was right after the debate. Things just went south for him.
It did, quick, fast, in a hurry, and we all saw it. I even think the people who were asleep, like, oh no, Joe's fine, and oh, he's great, saw it and went, ooh, this is bad. How I can see what people are talking about. However, What was really funny was the news people, what was it, CNN or MSNBC or whichever newscast it was, that they were like, this is the best version of Joe I have ever seen. And you're crazy if you don't think the same thing. And the entire country was like, yeah, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I mean, it went from, Joe is the man. He's the only one that can do the job and the only one that can defeat Trump and the only one that can save democracy. Like, he is our human Lord and Savior. To, Joe, why don't you, and I'll use their term, pass the torch. Joe, why don't you pass the torch? We're calling on you. You've done great. Why don't you just step aside, enjoy your remaining years, because you don't have much left.
Did you say year?
Years.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to
be optimistic.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, and you see how many of these key players on that side of the aisle are coming out and have come out and trying to dissuade him from continuing to run.
Yeah, and it's funny because Schumer,
and Chucky
Pelosi have both, Schumacher came out and was like, oh, well, we have to talk him into not running anymore, and we're going to get Nancy Pelosi on this because she's got the power. She'll do everything in her power to get him to step down.
Yeah.
And what do you see now?
Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, So
as of the time of this recording, was what, yesterday?
Yeah.
He came out with...
puts out a statement
on Twitter, on his official Twitter, that was and I'm going to use my words, okay? Now you can correct me.
Well, real quick, just preface this. This statement came out on his official Twitter. His staff was not even aware that this was going to be happening or that this was planned. It wasn't like he released this at 8 in the morning and we thought it was coming out at 10. They had no clue. Like, as far as they knew, hey, we're still campaigning. We're still doing the thing.
Next 4 years.
Yeah. So that just kind of puts it in a little bit of perspective. So go ahead.
Yeah, you didn't have to interrupt me for that. We could have done that after. But on Joe
and one more thing. So, go ahead.
I bet that made you feel good.
You were really talking
about that earlier today.
Really good.
No, so this letter came out on Joe Biden's official TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter account, about it was typed up and crinkled. And again, I'm going to use my words. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looked like Joe Biden forged his own signature at the bottom.
Yeah, there's several theories about that.
Yeah, that said, hey, I'm going to pass the torch, and Kamala Harris is going to go ahead and do it for me.
Yeah, she's gonna hawk to it and spit on that thing.
No, she's not. She's never hawked to on anything. Oh, wait, except for the people that she kept in jail for slave labor, cheap labor, sorry.
Yeah.
The people on death row that she made stay in a little longer until they were forced to, or she was forced to present evidence to take them off.
Right. And then all the people that she locked up for weed and, other drugs or small petty crimes, and then she's sitting there joking about how, oh yeah, I smoke weed with Snoop Dogg.
And I inhaled.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
can't
This is
do her
good. It's
laugh,
okay
so.
for you.
Yeah, it's okay for you. Rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah.
I'm a judge, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who they're picking. So
Well, it's not official yet as far as, like, this is our candidate.
No, you are correct. It is not.
Because the Republican side has done that. They've said, okay, on the ticket will be Trump and J.D. Vance.
Yeah, J.D. Vance, Trump. Trump has got an year and a half left into the race, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, down by half an ear.
Yeah. He's still running strong. I bet it would make him more aerodynamic. On one side.
Probably.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of something clever. And,
Yeah, you're not very clever. Don't
those come far in between.
You're trying to fire in between?
Said those come far and few between.
Oh, I thought you were trying to fire in between. I was like, listen, those hams have been through a lot. You don't need to separate them even more. Got him.
Man, reminds me of your underwear.
Oh, the ones that I just threw away had a cannonball-sized hole in them.
Firing in between.
Pah! Crazy times to be alive right now. And, every couple of generations you got something like this.
Sure.
That comes along and you're like, oh man, it's crazy times. But these are crazy times again. And I'm sticking to it on this one. I told you sent me a text message when this happened saying, oh, this is, what'd you say? Times are getting rough or something along those lines. Like,
yeah.
Almost in the lines of, the time's getting crazy. And I told you, not yet. Let's wait. Because I wanted to wait to see what the response was going to be. And again, for the Republican Party, now I'm a hothead, and I'm trying to come to terms with that. But in the Republican Party's response to this was, again, not where I thought it was going to go. However, we are still happy that former President Donald Trump is still with us and still willing to run for presidency. Presidency.
Yeah. It's... I'm trying to think back in history. Like you were saying, every generation or a couple generations, they have their thing. Watergate, that was a big scandal.
Yeah.
The Monica Lewinsky thing, that was big.
You missed the assassination attempt of one of the greatest Republicans of all time.
I'm not dead.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh, Reagan, yeah.
Clinton
could
was
forget
after
that
Reagan.
nose.
What?
And I think ours is more than just a, hey, this was an assassination attempt. I think you have to include the entirety of the past, 7 years, 8 years?
8 years.
Where we're looking back at 4 years of a sitting president that is nothing but ridiculed and challenged, and nobody wanting to play fair. And then the mostly peaceful protest. Well, people are going to do what they're going to do. Well, you got to get in their face and da 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 da. Inciting violence by definition.
Okay. By definition, hang on. And saying on air, well, where does it say a protester has to be nice?
Yeah. Where does it say that? Or I've been thinking an awfully lot lately about blowing up the White House, as Madonna.
Actress.
Madonna was saying. Like,
was it Madonna? No. Was it Madonna? I thought it was the redhead. Griffin.
I thought that was Madonna.
I thought it was Griffin.
No, Griffin drew the picture. Kathy Griffin drew the picture of Headless Trump or Headless Trump's kid, one of the two.
Oh.
But anyway, so you have all this. I don't think we got to where we are right now, this time in history, without any of that other stuff. Because they've been putting Trump in this light that he is just orange man bad, orange man bad, orange man bad. Convicted criminal, convicted criminal, convicted criminal, bad man, bad man.
Yeah.
We need to put him in our in the bullseye. We need to we just need to punch him in the face. I'd punch him in the face. I'd punch him on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And some idiot was dumb enough to go and actually try it.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that's not, all of that is not inciting violence? I'm not saying they, necessarily, like, Joe Biden, oh, who's calling me? Oh, it's a call from Joe Biden. Oh, he's telling me that I need to go and assassinate the former president. Okay.
Yeah.
But words are powerful, and they've already tried communicating that. If they're going to go after Donald Trump about January 6th insurrection and, well, by his speech, he was telling people to march down there and da-da-da-da-da. That doesn't come anywhere close.
No. But you want to twist his words because he was saying, hey, go do it peacefully.
Yeah.
But go get your voices heard.
Yep. So I don't know. We're in for some interesting times, and I know I say that every episode, but dude, and it's changing every single day. It's not even like we get a break and 6 months ago this weird thing happened, and then now this other random thing happened.
Well, think about it. It's been like that for the past year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
We've tried to do a non-political show, and it seems to go back to a political subject.
Yeah.
Almost every other episode.
Yep.
And we just can't get away with it. Drew and I have skits lined up, ready to go, but we cannot post them because something is happening every single day.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's getting crazy out there. We just want to tell you guys to keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you're prepared. Have your go bags ready. When things start happening, be the gray man. Get out of Dodge. Bug out. Prepping is key.
Write your congressman.
Right.
Tell them how much you love our show.
Exactly.
And recommend it to them.
Yeah. You know who I'd like to have on the show?
Who's that?
Chip Roy.
Oh, okay.
I'm never gonna get him, but I'd like to have him on the show. He's fire. I say he's fire, like the kids say he's fire. He's like a hothead, like I am. But he word plays like you.
Oh,
so he's kind of like the worst of both worlds for us.
Nice.
And speaking of word play and all that, I know you love to do it, but you did have an interaction probably a couple days ago. How did it feel to turn into JT for just a moment?
How do I say fabulous? Was it what?
Was it embarrassing?
No, not embarrassing.
Oh, no. Okay. I'll let them know that.
I have to, from time to time, tactfully put people in their place, right?
You do, yes.
Yes. And other times when we go back and forth with certain folks or agencies, the frustration can reach a level that trying to be polite and, employing the proper etiquette and everything in my head just goes out the window.
Yeah.
So usually I will type up a fake email, send it to JT, or send him a message on Teams, or call him and tell him, hey, this is what I'm going to reply, and then be like, all right, I got it out of my system. So today I did kind of a mixture of both, if you will.
No, it wasn't today. It was a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ugh. But yeah, so dealing with this agency, I call them. They're supposed to be the subject matter experts. This is headquarters. You call them when you get stuck. Cool.
That's how it used to be.
And I get to the screener. The screener doesn't know, so they forward me to the service desk. The service desk then puts me on a 17-minute hold. They don't know. They send me to the personnel section. The personnel section isn't quite sure, so I get another 7-minute hold, and then I get told, well, we'll open up a trouble ticket for you. Okay. And I explain the issue, I did this, and this happened, and I'm just trying to get it resolved as soon as possible to take care of my guy. Cool. And I take a look at the trouble ticket that they submit. It is not what I thought they had taken, note-wise. I get an answer about 15 minutes later saying, oh, you need to contact the systems person. They deal with all that.
That is not who they told you to contact.
Yeah, the PSM.
Oh, you're okay.
So this would be the equivalent of, like, JT owns a burger joint, and I say, hey, my burger came back pink, and I wanted it well done. And he goes, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Hey, onion guy, throw extra onions on it.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, well, I don't think I need extra onions. I want you to cook the burger more. And he goes, oh, yeah, sure. Hey, tomato guy, put some more tomatoes on it.
Hey, fry guy, go ahead and add extra fries on this.
Yeah, hey, fry guy, ¿por qué? Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? So I reply to them and I tell them, I don't think contacting this program systems manager, whatever, is the answer. It's not an issue with the system. It's just that, I've made an update and this issue has happened. I know how the process works. I just need y'all, or I'm asking y'all if y'all can like expedite the process for me. Oh, well, this thing, this is a routine thing. It can take up to 60 days. So if need be, just have your person contact their assignment manager directly. What? Okay.
Hey,
well, I think I'm just going to have my member contact their assignment person directly since you're not able to help them. Well, it's not our realm to fix that issue for you. That's actually another department. And we're not them. So then I employed my JT tactics of,
Make this make sense.
hey, yeah, make this make sense for me. Explain to me in what world this makes sense. And up until that point, I had received communication from them about every half hour. Once, like, hey, I would put in a message, they would reply. I would reply to theirs, they would reply to mine. Half-hour increments. My last message, I think, went unanswered
Couple days now.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah. What the heck, headquarters?
Frickin' frustrating.
Well, you know, when you implement the JT way, one or two things will happen. You'll either get it resolved, and that's usually what happens. But there is an occasion that the individuals that you try to communicate with ambush you with their leadership and try to make you submit, which doesn't work because you're JT, and that's not how you roll.
It's not how he rolls, ladies and gentlemen.
And according to official people, other parties, that's super embarrassing.
Super embarrassing, y'all. Gee. Why do you have to do that? Why can't you wait till I leave?
So, anywho.
Hey, this
and
just
those
in.
people are good people, though, so don't get it twisted.
Which ones?
They make me laugh. The official people that think it's super embarrassing.
Stop.
They're good people. I like them.
Have they listened to our show yet?
No.
They're not that good.
Hey, they're good.
No, if they listen, then they'll know that I said that.
Yeah, they will.
So I'm looking. I had seen something come across the other day.
Yeah.
Real quick, and it's just popped in my mind.
How dare you?
Right. Andy Ogles has introduced articles of impeachment against Vice President Kamala Harris.
As always, we'd like to say thank you for stopping by and listening to the podcast.
Yeah, we realized that you could have been doing anything way more productive, but you chose to waste your time with us.
We look forward to talking about absolutely nothing with you next time.
If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please email us at
jtandrewshow@gmail.com or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/jtdrewshow.